Hello there, I'm joined by Matt Holt, the CEO of Gaming Compliance International. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, pleasure.
Great to have you. So Matt, having pioneered sports betting integrity in the US, with Gaming Compliance International, it feels as though your target is shifting towards the illegal market. Is that fair to say?
I think it is. I think, at a time when I founded an integrity company, the whole purpose was the right product at the right time. And the US market was just opening, PASPA had just been repealed, and we knew that sports betting couldn't really proliferate across the country without there being integrity protocols and guidelines in place, and we were very successful. We were able to sign almost every major professional and collegiate sports league in North America, every licensed operator, because it was the right products for the industry at the right time. And I think that's where we're at with Gaming Compliance International, where the industry really, we've identified some gaps, whether it be automated audit or gray and black market mitigation, where we have case studies already where we've had unbelievable, positively transformational results in other jurisdictions, and we're happy to bring it to the entire world.
And it would be great to contextualize what differentiates GCI from the competition. So when you took on the role, you talked in particular about AI capabilities. Can you elaborate on what tools the organization has on its roster?
So the first thing is the automated audit. And at the end of the day, it's amazing that over 90% of regulated gaming jurisdictions in the world still allow operators to self-report. So they're literally filling out Excel spreadsheets and handing them in 3, 6, 9 months in arrears. Well, gaming's already complex and convoluted, and try doing reconciliations on any type of discrepancies 6 or 9 months later with bonus money and promo dollars and tax exempt bets. It's nearly impossible. So I think the first step was always, let's automate this process. Let's make sure both the regulators and the operators both understand what's being wagered, what the tax ramifications are in real time, in a dashboard where everybody can see it, everybody understands it. And those results are amazing. We saw in the Philippines, in just over 14 months of using the system, the tax revenue to the government went from $3 million a month to over $100 million a month by collecting the appropriate amount of tax and being able to reconcile discrepancies in real time. And then the second part of it was, how do we implement the right policies and tools to actually mitigate the black market? We know that the black market is the biggest problem everywhere across the world. Any continent you look at, it's almost always 75 to 80% illegal, 20 to 25% legal. Well, we need to get that back into a place where more wagers are placed in these regulated jurisdictions legally than illegally. And it starts with identifying who those illegal operators are, where are customers finding them, and disrupting that supply chain. And we think through acquisitions and technology build-outs, we really have developed some tools that are quite effective.
And let's talk about the acquisition of YieldSec in November. How did that deal come into fruition?
So again, the two core competencies early were automated audit and then gray and black market mitigation. And they'd already established themselves as building some great tech and having a wonderful comprehension of the gaming market and how to combat that gray and black market. So we just sort of hypersized what they were already doing, gave them more salespeople, more resources, more research and data analysts to sort of add on to what they were already doing, more engineers to continue to build out that tech stack and better utilize AI. So we thought they fit perfectly into what we were already doing. We had already bought some technology and built upon it to do advanced advertising content and media monitoring. I thought Ismail was wonderful. He really had a great understanding of the marketplace, and the tech that they had built fit perfectly into the portfolio that we had built.
And do you think the illegal market is growing more aggressively today, or do you think that technology has the capability to monitor the size and scale of it and essentially stay on top of it?
It's growing more aggressive every day, and it's not a European problem, it's not a North American problem, it's an entire world problem. And here's a good example, just using one jurisdiction in the United States. So 1 year after PASPA was repealed in May 14, 2018, so 1 year later, the AGA, we have to use somebody's numbers, they're the trusted source there, they said that about 2/3 of wagers being placed in the country were done so through legal licensed websites. Fast forward 6 years later, the last numbers that were released at after G2E at the end of October, said 75% of wagers being placed in the United States are done so illegally through illegal websites. Well, how do we go from 2/3 legal to 75% illegal in a 6-year window? But that's not even a North American or US problem. That replicates what we're seeing throughout the entire world, is the proliferation of the black market, whether it's because they're innovating new technology or circumventing regulations. Those numbers are skyrocketing everywhere, and we're trying to find new innovative ways to combat that, because the old ways don't work. Cease and desist, cross-jurisdiction litigation leaves you chasing ghosts all over the world. We want to find these people at their source and disrupt the supply chain. How do they find you, the customer? Through affiliate marketing links, and disrupt the payment processing. If customers can't deposit, they can't withdraw, and they can't find links to the sites, they don't play there. And how can we disrupt those supply channels? And what we showed in a jurisdiction like the Philippines that went from 92% of wagers being placed illegally to 60% of wagers being placed legally in 2 years is disrupting the supply chain works.
So in terms of GCI's reach, so you mentioned the Philippines there, where else are you deploying your solutions?
So we're already live on 4 continents, and we'll be live on 5 continents by the end of Q1. We have clients in Asia, Africa, North America, South America, and going to launch our first European clients this year. And the response has been sort of unanimous too. We all have the same problem as regulators in these regulated gaming jurisdictions, which is fighting back against an ever-growing gray and black market. And oh, by the way, we'd like to collect the appropriate amount of tax revenue in real time as well.
And so the places in which you're deploying, does that tally with where you're seeing illegal markets grow?
I think it does. So for the most part, that's an everywhere problem. But I think some of those jurisdictions, especially Asia and Africa, that already had significantly higher percentages of black market participation, have certainly been a little bit more eager to get started, because I think they're starting from a little bit worse place.
And talking again about Ishmael Valley, so he's talked at length about the increased crossover between illegal gambling and pirated media, and considering GCI already offers media and advertising monitoring solutions, can you talk us through how the 2 products dovetail to provide an overall solution?
So one of the things I really had the opportunity to do in running US Integrity was work very closely with professional and collegiate sports leagues. And these sports leagues care about the illegal streaming. It's money directly out of their pockets. But if you can't get their participation, them to help support these initiatives, then it tends to fall on deaf ears with legislatures. Hey, if the league's not even complaining, why are we going to do something about it? Is it really a problem? So we've been able to connect with professional and collegiate sports leagues around the world to let them know, hey look, 90% of the views of your sporting events are being streamed illegally. And by the way, over 85% of the ads on those illegal streams are illegal gambling. I mean, almost 95% of ads on illegal streams make up adult entertainment, I guess is the appropriate term, and illegal gaming. That makes up 95% of ads on illegal streams. So if we can cut those illegal streams off, we're already simultaneously, doing damage to the gray and black market as well.
And so with YieldSec's brand continuing within GCI, how is it integrating within the wider business?
Like any merger, it's early days. The goal is to roll everything up into one sort of robust, comprehensive company, Gaming Compliance International. We understood that in the earliest days, especially with GCI being a startup less than a year old, that it's good to maintain the established brands and the established executive leadership that we had brought on board, with the goal being by the end of this year, everything will fold up into GCI and we'll stop using all the former brands.
So speaking a little bit on goals there, what is the ultimate goal of an enlarged GCI?
So I think for us, it's to really go to every regulated gaming jurisdiction in the world, because what we have yet to find is one that doesn't need our services. Some are doing better fighting against the gray and black market. We do see some jurisdictions where they're closer to 50-50 in terms of legal or illegal, but they know that they're being underreported, or they have really outdated processes for the audit and how they do tax collection, or vice versa. Maybe they're using modern technology for tax collection, but 90% of the wagers are being done so through illegal sites, and they really need to fight back against the gray or black market. We've yet to find one legal regulated gaming jurisdiction in the world that we didn't feel desperately was in need of our services. So we're pretty excited about our positioning in the market.
Great. Thank you so much for your time and coming in and telling us all about that.
Thank you very much.